beautiful downtown Wabasha. Join us at your local pub downtown, the Old Triangle Pub. The National Eagle Center offers exciting live eagle encounters, wild eagle viewing, education, and exhibits for all ages year-round. Turning Water's bed, breakfast, and brewery coming soon. In Wabasha, Turning Waters will soon be offering their own craft beers, as well as other local beers, wine, and craft spirits. If you're looking for a wonderful place to stay with outdoor activities and a brew pub, check out Turning Water's bed, breakfast, and brewery in Wabasha. Use Foresight Mobile Banking and get your balance and account history. It's free and easy. Foresight Bank, serving this area for 100 years.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to downtown Wabasha, Minnesota, as HBC TV 25 has live coverage of the Wabasha Riverboat Days Parade. Justin Barrientos alongside Kim Rogalski from the Wabasha Chamber of Commerce, and thank you, Kim, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And, you know, this is the first time that you've joined us for our parade, but I understand that you are one of two people that made this whole Riverboat Days event happen this year.
Well, one of two people in our chamber office, but it takes many, many people to plan such a huge event like this is. We have a committee that that helps plan everything, and a lot of volunteers and community members that give us input. So we're very grateful for all the help we've gotten.
Now, I understand from you that this actually started last November. That's when you began planning for this year's event.
Yep, we started having our meetings last November, and we've just been working really diligently ever since. So, and we'll actually start planning for next year, which is our 40th anniversary of Riverboat Days. We're going to be starting to plan that as soon as we're done with this one. So we're looking forward to it.
All right. Kind of get a sense of what Riverboat Days means to this community. What kind of response do you get from people, you know, throughout the year or whatever when they've been to this event?
You know, it's a time for people to come together. It's a lot of, you see a lot of reunions happen around this time of year, class reunions, people come home for the weekend that maybe live far away. It's just a very nice community gathering is what this really has become. All
right, and you said that yesterday was actually the beginning of Riverboat Days. You had a chicken queue and you had a couple of other events. How did the first day of Riverboat Days go? The first day was fantastic. The weather was phenomenal. The Fireman's Chicken was very successful as always. They always sell out. And our band last night, our RJAC, sponsored the first half of the evening, and the Chamber of Commerce sponsored the second half, and that we had a very, very good crowd. It was really nice. Very beautiful night, a lot of happy people. And you've had a pretty busy day already today then, besides doing the parade with us today. Absolutely. It started first thing this morning. We had the Rotary here does a river run. First thing this morning, there was a fishing contest on the river, obviously, and there's been volleyball tournaments and children's activities, stuff going on all day long. We actually just got done with a Wabasha Sings contest where we had 5 teenagers from our high school compete to move on to the state level of our competition. So it's been a very busy, fun day for Wabasha for sure. All right, and in that state competition, so you sent 2 people up to state. Do you know when that happens or where that is? I believe it's in September, and I believe it's in the cities. And the 2 people that we're sending are Paul Cushman and Elijah Hager. So, but all 5 children were incredibly talented. I was one of the judges. It was my first time ever judging something like that, and it was one of the most hard decisions. It was difficult. They were all very talented. Well, I know one sang Christina Aguilera. The winners did a selection from Shrek, a Frank Sinatra cover. Yep. There was also a James Arthur cover, and I can't remember what the 5th one was. It was "Say You Won't Let Go." It was it's a newer song, and each of them hit it. It was just wonderful. It was great. It was tough to decide which between all of them. And that was just right over by where we are, which is kind of under the bridge and near the Anderson House and that. So we were able to hear that. You had a pretty good crowd too for that event too. Very good turnout. It's nice to see the community come out and support these kids. Very much so. I mean, they're our future, so we need to be there for them. And although the celebration, and in fact today is almost over, you were saying that there is one more event that's still coming up yet tonight, and that's going to be a concert.
Yeah, we have the covers band from the Twin Cities. They came down, and they play a lot of covers, obviously. And tonight is the first Saturday evening of Riverboat Days in many years that we are not charging a cover charge to get in for the band. So it's free. Come on down and enjoy.
All right, very good. And hopefully you will enjoy the parade as we have our first unit turning the corner and coming down our way. And this is actually the Wabasha County Sheriff and Wabasha Chief Joe Stark and Wabasha County Sheriff Rodney Barch are driving that classic car that is a 1962 Ford Galaxy. The Chief, Sheriff, and staff protect their citizens 24 hours each day. And I think they've had this car for a while now. I think we've seen it in parades a couple of times. That's really neat to see a car from the past that well preserved.
Very much so. It's a beautiful car. Right behind them is the VFW Post 4086 with the military color guard and the VFW Post 4086 auxiliary members as well.
All right, so as they get a little bit closer to our vantage point, we will pause as the colors pass by us here in Wabasha. Again, this is live coverage of the Riverboat Days Parade here on HBC TV 25, and we thank you for joining us. There's that 1962 Ford Galaxy coming down the road, and everybody will be standing up and removing their hats as the colors pass. And we will step aside for just a moment as the colors of America pass. All right, so first we had the military color guard come by, and now this is VFW Post 4086 auxiliary members riding on the flatbed behind Post 50 here in Wabasha. Here, this is actually the Wabasha Fire Department in some classic fire departments vehicles. Now, how do they choose? Do you just say, hey, bring a couple of old fire trucks along with, or is that kind of up to them, whatever they decide to bring with?
It is. It's pretty much up to them. And, you know, these guys do several parades a year, and they know exactly what they want to grab and which one's going to get the best reaction. So
you said that this whole event, really the planning begins in November of the previous year. How long does the parade take to put together?
You know, about the same amount of time. Our parade coordinator has worked incredibly hard and done a great job. Letters go out very early on in the year to our parade participants, and then doing the lineups and getting everyone coordinated. It's a lot of work, so definitely. We have more of the modern day fire trucks coming down now.
This one is a Wabasha W2.
These are the ones you don't want to see at your house.
Correct.
But if you do, you're in good hands.
And if you weren't awake before, we had one of the color guard fire off a rifle, so that woke everybody up, I think.
Yep, absolutely.
You see the kids getting involved in the candy gathering already, one of the great parts of the parade.
It's one of my favorite pastimes is gathering all the candy. I'm sure my parents didn't like it, but
I just love to see the scrambles when the candy hits the pavement.
Oh,
and everybody goes
absolutely.
after it. You had a slight pause as more of the fire department vehicles make their way through the parade route.
Looks like this is still Wabasha, though.
So as we continue to have Wabasha fire personnel come by, tell us a little bit about what the chamber does kind of day in and day out throughout the year in Wabasha.
Well, you know, daily, obviously as a Chamber of Commerce, we're there to greet our visitors to our community, which we get over 85,000 visitors annually in Wabasha. And, you know, we're there to guide them to where to go, what to do, where to sleep, and also to help our community members. We provide educational programs, different, you know, meet and greet networking things that we do on a quarterly basis. There's an awful lot that goes on behind the scenes. We're not just there to hand out brochures and smile, but we're good at that too.
Now, when you go down the highway and you see the sign for Wabasha, it says, you know, the home of grumpy old men. There's the grumpy plunge that goes on in the winter. And how many times during the year do you get phone calls from people or visitors asking about the movie and about that type of thing?
Every single day.
Wow.
There is not a day that goes by that we don't get asked where was the movie filmed, what house, we want to see this, or they came here for that reason. And it's incredible. It's great to have, you know, that we're tied to something so great. And as you know, the National Eagle Center too has given us a lot of notoriety.
Sure.
So we're very proud of our small town.
Here's the Kellogg Fire Department, and I've been to the Eagle Center quite a few times with kids. You know, it's always interesting to go do that. But one of the things that's interesting too is that if you see the license plate for the state of Minnesota that has the eagle and the flag behind it, that eagle is actually Harriet that was at the Eagle Center. Yeah,
sadly Harriet passed away. She was about 35 years old, I want to say. But, you know, she had a great life. They gave her an awesome life. She's an icon and a great symbol of our freedoms.
Absolutely. There's a K1 rescue vehicle from the Kellogg Fire Department.
Now we have the Wabasha ambulance coming.
They have a lot of candy to throw out the window. That was pretty impressive. It's like this is as much a thrill for the ambulance drivers today as it is for the kids. All right, I'll let you handle this. This is the mayor of Wabasha. You can tell us.
This is our mayor, Roland Hall. He's a wonderful man. He comes and checks on us in the office all the time, makes sure we're doing okay, we have everything we need, and he takes good care of the citizens of Wabasha.
Very good. And he's riding in a 1994 Jaguar V12.
He just gave us a shout out.
All right, and here is the 2017 Riverboat Days royalty. 2017 royalty would be Queen Claire Bush, First Attendant Kata Malakowski, Second Attendant Anna Schneider, Miss Congeniality Sarah Yeager. The other 27 candidates are Megan Springer, Taylor Rabel, and Madeline Meyer.
Very good group of girls. Right here we have our 2017 Riverboat Days Grand Marshal. This is Jack Fold. Today we celebrate Jack and his twin sister Kaylee. Jack for fighting like a warrior, and Kaylee for being for the strength to be a donor in everything she's done for her brother. This is a very brave, strong family, and we're really proud to honor them today.
And I believe these cars are members of the Zagala's Vehicle Club. Antique and new cars, 100% of the money that they raise donated to the Shriners Hospital for Children. Car owners pay all expenses. That includes fuel, insurance, uniforms, 100% of the donations to the Shriners Hospital for Children.
And this is Taylor Rebel, a part of the Riverboat Days royalty. Our 2016 Riverboat Days Queen, Ashley Haxton. And another very beautiful car, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we saw those Corvettes come down the street to get ready at their station, and we said, yeah, that must be the car club. All different colors of Corvettes.
Oh, they're awesome. (2016) First Attendant, Claire Bush. I'm sorry, Claire Gussie. I apologize. That was my bad.
And this would be Second Attendant Hannah Weiss from 2016. And that's Miss Congeniality, Julia Swanson.
This is our 2017 Riverboat Days royalty, Megan Springer and Madeline Meyer.
Here now are the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts of Wabasha-Kellogg. Paul Cushman, Scoutmaster for Troop 62, Tiffany Risch, Cubmaster for Pack 62, and they will have a meeting, their first meeting of the year, September 11th at Faith Lutheran Church.
Next up is the Old Triangle Pub. The bagpipers are sponsored by Karen and Paul Mathias, Claire and Jim Abbott, and Kurt Duhlman. They provide Scottish and Irish bagpipe music for all occasions.
And let's take a listen.
Well, if that performance didn't give you chills,
right,
I don't know what will.
I don't think there is a more iconic bagpipe song than Amazing Grace.
Oh,
it doesn't matter how many times you hear it, there's still a lot of emotion behind it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Whether it's a celebratory thing or not, it's you hear the bagpipes, the hair stands on my arms.
Yeah, that was a great performance by the bagpipers. And now we have Shields Super Value coming through, and always popular at this time because they hand out popsicles during the parade, and so Everybody gets a little treat, a little refreshment during the parade.
Kids of young and old look forward to this part.
Absolutely. And then, Kim, why don't you tell us about this next dance team?
Well, this is the Wabasha-Kellogg dance team, and it looks like they're also walking with the Just for Kicks program. The Wabasha-Kellogg dance team is a group of girls, grades 7 through 12. You can watch the dance team perform at their conference meet on January 20th, 2018 at Wabasha-Kellogg High School, or at all the basketball games throughout the season. And the Just for Kicks program is directed by Christina Stark. They offer classes to area youth ages preschool through 7th grade in a positive learning fun environment, and new dancers are always welcome.
All right, and there's a support vehicle for Just for Kicks. All right, and this is the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. The 2017 Minnesota Renaissance Festival will commence weekends beginning August 19th through October 1st. Also Labor Day and Festival Friday, which this year is September 29th in Shakopee. Gates are open from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. rain or shine. King Henry and his court invite one and all to a 16th century European village featuring 16 stages of live entertainment with over 250 artisans filling the festival marketplace. If you'd like more information, you can visit them at renaissancefestival.com.
I have never been. Have you?
I have not, no, but we have several people on our staff that love to go every year and enjoy all that they have.
Definitely something worth taking in.
Yes.
Yes.
And here's Watermelon Fest from over in Kellogg.
Yeah, the Kellogg's Lion Club hosts the Watermelon Festival, and it is always the weekend after Labor Day. This float is sponsored by the Kellogg Lions Club, and there's always free watermelon after the parade, which takes place on Sunday of their festival.
Yeah, we covered that parade last year, and we took part in the free watermelon that was afterwards. That was a nice treat to have after the parade.
Very nice, yes, for sure.
Okay, this is the vehicle for Turning Water's Bed, Breakfast, and Brewery. That they now have a brewery, craft beer, wine, and martinis, as well as pizza and ice cream. And you can stop by and check out their backyard beer garden. I have not been to that. Have you been around there?
Well, I have not been to the beer garden, but I have been fortunate enough to sample some of Brenda's craft beers. And anyone that goes there leaves a very good friend of Brenda and Ford. So I highly recommend stopping in.
And that's a fairly new addition, the brewery part. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's still in progress. But yes, it's a very new addition. Up next, we have Weichert Realtors, Juice and Properties. Weichert Realtors, Juice and Properties is Wabasha's premier real estate company. They are family owned and operated for over 28 years, and they sell more because they do more, serving southeast Minnesota and western Wisconsin.
All right, and there you see more information, including the phone number if you're in need of a realtor around the area. The volume of candy being thrown out in today's parade is incredible. And you had some family in there.
Yes, that is my family. My fiance is Matt Kranz. He's a realtor with Weichert Realtors. My son is driving the Gator, and his friend Max, and then my daughter Megan, and Abby, and her friend Mia. So, yep, that's my family.
All right. A lot of connections in here. We like that. That's why we asked you to do
small
the parade. All right, this boat is from Stacy's Kitchen, and that's a great place for fresh breakfast and lunch. It is open 6 days a week in the summer, closed on Tuesdays. Their hours are 7 a.m. until 2 p.m., and they serve breakfast during all of those hours. Looks like they're throwing out different things. Saw some bags of animal crackers. Wow. Well, this is the Wabasha-Kellogg Area Community Foundation that is coming up here. And they're in a Myers transfer vehicle.
These next walkers are from St. Felix. School starts there on August 21st, where students are encouraged to develop spiritually, morally, academically, and socially. They're now accepting applications for 3-year-old preschool through grade 6.
And there you see put some eyeballs on the headlights of the vehicle. Very nice touch. And the rest of the vehicle wrapped up in a bee costume.
It's very creative.
Yeah, I like that. Here's Miss Plainview royalty. The 2016 Miss Plainview royalty, Little Miss Attendant Haley Busby, Little Miss Queen Annalise Tuckson, Junior Miss Attendant Abby Dickinson, Junior Miss Queen Ellie Eldenschink, Miss Congeniality Abby Peterson, Third Attendant Elizabeth Bradley, Second Attendant Kira McGee, First Attendant Shelby Rathman, Miss Plainview 2016 Mallory Newcomb. And Corn on the Cob Days is the Plainview Festival that happens the third weekend in August. So that'll be coming up.
And coming up here now is Wabasha County Veterans Service Office. The Veteran Service Office provides assistance to veterans and their families in obtaining federal, state, and county benefits for veterans.
And this next float I know a little bit about. This is Hiawatha Broadband Communication. Of course, HBC delivers world-class technology to nearly 30 communities in southeast Minnesota. We focus on customer service by putting people over profit. HBC excels in their field by internet, video, phone, and service to over 21 communities in southeast Minnesota, including here in Wabasha and over in Kellogg. By following a business model that focuses on service to these communities and putting people over profit, HBC has been able to differentiate itself amongst other telecommunication providers and excel in their field. And we have several HBC employees walking past, handing out candy.
Well, approaching our area now is Miss Goodhue 2017. The 2017 Goodhue Volkfest royalty. Miss Goodhue is Madeline Lodermeyer. The princesses are Emily Benrud and Autumn Lindblom. Miss Congeniality is Michaela Thompson. And the king and queen, Dave and Mary Jo O'Reilly.
And it looks like they've got the wave and turn down pretty well. Kind of mid-parade season here, so they've had a little bit of time to practice.
Absolutely.
Here is the Buffalo County Dairy Princess Float. Olivia, Katie, and Rianne are proud to be here today, representing the dairy industry of Buffalo County.
Coming up, we have Eagle Point Pharmacy. They're opening soon in downtown Wabasha. Eagle Point Pharmacy, a member of the Medicine Shop family. They're locally owned by pharmacist Lori Passy and managed by Cindy Edelbach.
And right behind them, we have the National Eagle Center. The National Eagle Center, as we said, home to rescued bald and golden eagles in Wabasha. This landmark interpretive center offers engaging educational experiences for visitors of all ages year-round, including up-close eagle encounters, 2 floors of interactive exhibits, and wild eagle viewing. For additional information, you can visit the National Eagle Center or check them out online at nationaleaglecenter.org. And as I said, I've been there several times, and it's always a different experience when you go there. You can sit in on classes, get real up close with the bald eagles.
Very much so. There's always something new going on at the Eagle Center. You know, and throughout the year they do different events. Of course, March is their Soar with the Eagles program that they do throughout the weekends. But yeah, absolutely. You come in anytime, and you can, whether it's a classroom visit or just a tour of the center or visit the Eagles, it's a great experience and great staff. So here we have the Hiawatha Animal Humane Society. They're your local nonprofit that cares for stray and homeless animals and seeks to find a loving home for them. We always need human volunteers too. I know they're always looking for foster homes for these animals, so be sure to help them out sometime.
Here's the GOODHUE Activity Group float. Queen McKenna Tessing, First Attendant Autumn Wicca, Second Attendant Grace Albrecht. GOODHUE Days will be held August 18th through the 20th. And that'll be coming up. We have one more parade here at HBC before we get to GOODVIEW, and that'll be Red Wing next weekend. And then following that, GOODVIEW Days, August 18th through the 20th.
This is the Wabasha County American Dairy Association. Wabasha County American Dairy Association's Dairy Princess Royalty. Have you had your 3 servings of dairy today?
I believe this is Grace Lutheran Church that is going past us right now.
It's Our Redeemer, actually.
Oh, excuse
Sorry
me.
about that.
Yeah.
Which is located on 12th Street in Wabasha.
All right. Here's the Lake City Lions. John Gravenish is president for the 2017-2018 term, and their motto is "We Serve." Some of the projects include home delivery of meals, highway pickup, scholarships, and community events.
The Lions Club does a lot for the community, that's for sure. Approaching our area right now is the Rochester Dragon Patrol.
Chang is the name of the dragon that is making its way down the street, and you always got to watch out for Chang. He likes to come over and say hi with a little bit of spray. And we'll have to see if Chang makes his way over here. Chang and the Osman Shrine Dragon Patrol, based in Rochester, Minnesota. Chang Parade So Children Can Walk. Dragon Patrol celebrating 34 years this year. And Adele, our camera person, has to look out, and Victoria over there as well. Oh. There we go. Victoria getting an up-close and personal look at Chang. And here's the support vehicle. You can see how large Chang is, and the trailer that's needed to transport Chang from all the different parades that he goes to. RochesterDragon.com is their website. You'll have more information or find out more about the Shriners.
This is the Maiden Rock Area Community Association, driven by Peggy Rother. The Maiden Rock Area Community Association presents a replica of an 1871 river steamer built by Arnie Johnson of Maiden Rock.
That is a nice replica boat.
It's beautiful.
Up next, we have the Mondovi Lions Royalty Red, White, Silver, and Blue Royalty Float. Visit Mondovi Friendship Parade happens on July 4th, so you'll have to wait till next year for that one. That's at 1 p.m. on the 4th of July in Mondovi. Claire B. and Paige Marsh Princesses. Kaylee Nygaard, Miss Mondovi. And I'm sad that Dave Dickey is not here for this next one. This is always his favorite. Can you tell us, Kim, about this?
This is the Chatfield Western Days. Western Days are August 10th through the 13th this year, and they feature a parade, horse shows, dances, fireworks, food, and more.
And their 2017 celebration is their 50th anniversary, so congratulations.
That's incredible.
Western Days in Chatfield. I believe this is CT Express. CT Express is based out of Nelson, Wisconsin. If you call, they haul. We're used to seeing a lot of these type of vehicles go up and down the River Road in Winona.
Oh, yeah.
By Senex Harvest States.
Absolutely.
There's a big area to send corn and beans down the Mississippi River to different locations for food packaging.
For sure, that's correct.
I'll tell you, it's interesting if you go down the River Road and it's one of the busy days, just to see these trucks parked out there and what they have to do in order to get their loads out and get them into the big silos over at CHS is very interesting to watch. We have some members of the Clown Club here entertaining the kids. And actually, I believe that is Buster the Magical Clown. Buster the Magical Clown has been entertaining the young and young at heart at schools, libraries, nursing homes, county fairs, and parades over the last 6 years throughout southwest central Minnesota. And as you see, he is inviting children to wiggle their fingers to cast a magic spell over his red rope and watch the magic happen. We just saw that right in front of us. And actually coming over to some more kids just over by us. There's his magic red rope. Here, we'll get to take a look at it now. That is Buster the Magical Clown.
Approaching us now is the Trempealeau Lions Catfish Days royalty. On July 13th, 14th, and 15th of 2018, the Trempealeau Lions will hold their 46th annual Catfish Days. They would like to invite you to come out and celebrate with them. 46 years, that's something to be celebrated.
They had a parade as well. I know a couple of family members of mine went to Catfish Days this year. It's always one of those things we had talked about and had never gone to. I wasn't able to go, but had a couple of members of the family go and really enjoyed it. Well, now this is unique because this is Perry Dental, and they have a band with them. Perry Dental is rocking the cavities out of this world. You can visit perrydental.com for new patient offers. You'll be impressed by their soft touch dentistry. Let's rock and roll those cavities out of here.
They've actually just opened a new branch in Eota. So they are located now in Lake City, Wabasha, as well as Eota. So, you know, anywhere you need something done, they can help you.
Well, unfortunately, we're not sure what this float is, but a replica ultralight plane. This is B-Light Ultralight and their Ultra Club. This is the Grumpy Old Men fishing contest winners, I believe.
That was held this morning. So,
okay.
Yep, that's great. Well, last but not least, of course, this is our Wabasha-Kellogg Chamber of Commerce and Conventions Bureau float. This was built by one of our volunteers. The Wabasha-Kellogg Chamber of Commerce would like to thank all of their volunteers for everything they do and the community of for all the support that it shows us. We're very, very grateful. Without you, we could not put on an event like this.
Well, Kim, I want to thank you for everything that happened during Riverboat Days. I know you said there's a lot of other people behind you and the 2 staff members that are in your office, but a great job on putting everything together, and another successful Riverboat Days.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. And on behalf of our Executive Director, Chrissy Dawson, and myself, just please come down, have a great time, and we hope you enjoy the rest of Riverboat Days 2017.
All right. And as we said, if you're watching our live broadcast, there's going to be a concert later tonight. What time does that start?
It starts at 8 o'clock, and it's no cover charge for the covers.
All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank the sponsors that brought us the live coverage of the Riverboat Days Parade here on HBC TV 25. And that'll start with Eagle's Nest Coffee House. Come down to Eagle's Nest Coffee House anytime to enjoy refreshing espresso drinks, delicious bakery items, and ice cream treats. They're on the corner of 2nd and Bridge in Wabasha. Eagle's Nest Coffee House, where good friends meet and espresso themselves. Open 7 days a week. Also, a thank you to the Old Triangle Pub, Friendship Food and Drink. They're all here in beautiful downtown Wabasha. Join us at your local pub downtown, the Old Triangle Pub. The National Eagle Center offers exciting live eagle encounters, wild eagle viewing, education, and exhibits for all ages year-round. Turning Waters Bed, Breakfast, and Brewery. In Wabasha, Turning Waters will soon be offering their own craft beers as well as other local beers, wine, and craft spirits. If you're looking for a wonderful place to stay with outdoor activities and a brew pub, check out Turning Waters Bed, Breakfast, and Brewery in Wabasha. And also a thank you to Foresight Bank. Use Foresight Mobile Banking and get your balance and account history. It's free and easy. Foresight Bank serving this area for over 100 years. Now, if you missed any part of this parade, you can tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. here on HBC TV 25 and see a replay of the parade. If you'd like to purchase a copy so you can watch over and over again, you can visit us at hbci.com/store. And for $9.95 plus tax, you can order a DVD copy of this parade or any of the parades that we've done on TV 25, any of our sporting events, or any of our local produced programming. So, for Kim Rogowski, again, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, and for our entire HBC crew, I'm Justin Barrientos. Thank you for joining us for coverage of the Wabasha Riverboat Days Parade here on HBC TV 25.